Hey guys, what's up? Orange King here, and this is the second episode of the Minecraft Secret Lab project. Now, I wouldn't really consider the first episode to be a real episode, but I was just showing you what I've done so far with my lab, and today I'm actually going to be adding stuff in it, so it's more of like a let's play type thing where you guys are just watching me and I'm going to be commentating over it. And yeah, this is my first real commentary, I guess you would say. I mean, the other ones that I've done are more just me going over stuff that I've already added to my world. But today we're going to be working on something different, and it's basically going to be another pig trap. Now, you guys already saw my previous one if you watched the first lab episode, and that was basically like the idea of having pistons retract the floor and the pigs will fall into lava, and that's right there to my left, right there. I don't know if I'm going to pull the switch or not. I guess I might as well. Yeah, so there they go there, and just close it up. But what we're going to be adding today, if you look over in my buckets or in my inventory, you'll see the lava and the water bucket. Now, what I plan on doing is making a, just like a water trap where we basically pull back a lever and water will drown the pigs, and that will be their fate. So we're going to be working on that today, and there's a lot of stuff in this lab that's unfinished, so I'm just going to be adding in some iron here as you see. But yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to be putting this yet. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking maybe behind that glass we can just start cutting some of this down. Location is a really important thing when you're working on stuff in Minecraft. You really need to know the layout of the area that you're working with and go off of that. And I think I'm going to be putting it back here because I need to have space too. That's another important thing. When you're working in Minecraft, one of the most important things when you're using redstone and stuff like that is having the room that you need to create the device. And yeah, that's what I need here because the other one to behind me right now, it takes up a lot of space, You need to have all the pistons working properly and everything, and it's a hard thing to understand fully in this game too. I mean, there's a lot of secrets with redstone and repeaters and stuff like that, and I'll try to show you guys everything that I do and why I do it in this video, because we are going to be working with a lot of redstone and repeaters as well. So yeah, just finishing up the landscape of this here, cutting down some more iron. And I told you guys in the last video, it's pretty obvious that these iron blocks here are not legit. I mean, it's impossible to get this much iron in the Minecraft Xbox edition. It might be possible on the PC, but it's definitely not on the Xbox version. It's unfortunate, but true, and, nothing I can really do about it. I really need to have these iron blocks, so the only way I could do that is with the duplication glitch. I know you guys have different opinions on it. I discussed it somewhat in my previous video on the movie theater, but, I think I summed it up pretty well in there. Another discussion or argument that some of you guys were making with the whole duplication deal or debate was a lot of you were saying that the leaderboards is a reason why it's unfair. And, I see your argument there, but at the same time, people who duplicate and people who do the duplication glitch, they're not the people that are going to be playing on easy. They're not the people that are going to be playing on anything over peaceful. And a lot of you guys are saying, creative mode. The reason why that's acceptable and the duplication glitch isn't is because people on the PC, when they're using creative mode, it's not survival, so therefore they're not cheating the purpose of the game. Well, what I have to say about that is peaceful in general, like the game type peaceful, that takes away the entire survival aspect of survival mode. The definition of survival is surviving. I mean, the point of survival is to overcome, basically, it's just to overcome obstacles and stuff like that, and the example of that in easy or anything above easy would be the mobs, and you don't have that in peaceful, so really, I mean, you guys complain about the leaderboards, just look on anything above peaceful, and that's your legit leaderboard right there. I mean, I don't see anybody that duplicates for the reason of gaining leaderboard status. The only people that really do it are people who want to be able to create what they want to create. So, I mean, I don't see that argument as as a real argument, basically. I don't really know how to say that better, but, yeah, I mean, I don't really take merit to that, and, you know, it's all opinion, but if someone does, you know, do the duplication glitch just to boost leaderboards, there's very, I don't know what to say if someone does that, because there's easier ways to boost the leaderboard. I mean, a lot more reliable ways, and, you know, a lot of those are what the people who complain about the duplication glitch would consider to be legit, you know, so I don't really see the arguments there, but it's whatever, you know, it's your own opinions, and I'm just laying the landscape of the little chamber. Right here's where we're going to have our pigs spawning in, and this is where I plan on setting the trap, so I'm just trying to lay the foundation down here and make it as easy as I can to work with in the later time. And if you saw there, I was planting down grass, by the way, and, you know, people would argue that point too, the whole idea of mods, but you know, it's against the Xbox terms of service, but I don't use it in any sort of way that would affect other people. I just want to be able to build what I want to build, and it just so happens that that's a lot more convenient to use grass blocks than it would be to make a dirt staircase. So, you know, it's all personal opinion, and whether or not you're okay with it. But, you know, it doesn't take away, in my opinion, the builds that people make. If someone makes something with the duplication glitch, in my eyes, as long as the architectural skill of it is nice, I'm going to look at it in the same level as I would any other build. And that's just how I am. I know other people might see it different, but, you know, I'm just laying down the pistons here, and the water's going to be resting on top of the pistons, so that when the pistons retract, the water will drop down. And I guess I can't really put them there because that wouldn't work out right, and I can't put redstone behind that, so I guess I'll just put it on the sides here, so one there, and that does leave out the middle part. I can't really think of anything I can put there, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we can't really get anything there, but I'm just going to put down some torches so I can see how they retract, and or not retract, but how they pull outwards, and just see the layout of that. That's something that I do when I'm working with redstone and pistons. That helps me out a lot. I like to take stuff one step at a time, and doing things like laying down torches next to the pistons helps me out a lot because it lets me see when it's activated where it will be. And, you know, some people might not need that. I'm not too familiar with Minecraft, so it helps me out a lot, and anyone that's new to it, I would recommend doing something like that as well, just so you can get the basis of it. And, yeah, so those pistons are retracting there. I'm just going to put a torch next to this one here, too. Build a little staircase thing up here. And there's the torch. Alright, so we see this block right here is missing, and that would mess up the entire trap, so I think I'm just going to put, I don't know, maybe some glass in the center there. Yeah, that would probably work out. That's what I did with the other trap as well, because I didn't want to take the time to actually make the pistons retract everything, so if you paid attention to the retracting floor pig trap, that one also has a glass block going down the center because pistons just don't, I mean, I couldn't think of a way that would make it compact enough to work right, so I just put glass down the center, and that's what I'm doing here as well. Just, to me, it would make it simpler. So, right here, we're just going to go make an infinite source block of water, because I only have, you know, 2 buckets of water, and that's going to take 4, so yeah, we're just making that here. You guys all know how to do that. You just place 1 source block of water in each corner, 4x4 space, or 2x2 space, which 4 is the area, but yeah, you just do that, and that's how you make the infinite source block. So we're just going to clear out some of this roof area here too, just some breathing room. That's another thing that I like to have, you know. I can't stand it when my roof is like right above my head. That just really frustrates me out. I don't know why. I usually don't need the extra space, but it's just one of those things about Minecraft. I'm sure all of you guys know, or you guys probably feel the same way. Some of you might. I don't know. It's just one of my little things. A lot of people, I've heard people say the whole thing where Minecraft is the reason why I have OCD, and I can really see that. I mean, I don't know. Before this game, I never really used to like obsess about certain things, and well, this is just relating to Minecraft. It's not like it actually affects my real life, but you know, in Minecraft, if something's off by 1 block, I have to go in there and fix it and just make it perfect. I can't stand to have it off-centered, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way about that as well. But we're just setting the base here so we can put the water in it, doesn't spill everywhere, take out the torches, you know, all that stuff. And I'm going to get some more. Technically, it probably would have been fine how it was there, but I don't know. I just like to have the water all infinite sourced, so it's just a steady stream instead of it flowing downwards. And it was there, but yeah, I just added in a bucket anyway. I didn't need the water, so might as well. But yeah. So I'm just going to take out that torch and show the water falls down when that retracts, and what we need to do for this to work right is link up every one of those pistons with one redstone stream so that we can connect it to a lever and just have it retract and expand whenever we want. I'm just going to put that there temporarily. I'm going to replace it with iron later on in the video, but you know, I just need to get around to it, so yeah. I'm just going to, you know, mess around with the inventory. That's one other thing that really irritates me in Minecraft. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I'm a person who tends to need a lot of space and blocks. And you know that feeling where you just have to move around for your it only takes a second, but you know when you're searching for an item in your inventory and then you have to replace it with another one, it's like it just feels like you never have enough room in there. That feeling, I hate it so much, but you know, it's everyone's opinion, and just clearing out some more space here because we do need to connect all of these torches together. And another problem, or another thing that I hate coming across, is obsidian. And this wasn't natural, this was a mistake I made early on in this world. I've been playing on the same world since I got Minecraft on the Xbox. And, you know, everyone goes through these learning curve type things, and one of my problems was I thought that it was cool to make things with obsidian at first, and, you know, everyone goes through those phases. I grew out of it pretty quick once I realized how, I don't know what you would call it, it just didn't look good, and obsidian, obviously, you can see here, takes forever to mine. It's one of the most annoying things that you can come across. And if you look there, the idea of this whole area, the obsidian thing, was it was supposed to originally be a trap. And then I realized, you know, well, first of all, if someone's falling down, they're not going to be able to escape by breaking a block anyway, so it doesn't need to be obsidian. And I just wasted my time on it. And, you know, I regret it now. But everyone goes through those learning curves, so that was one of my things that I learned about later on, and you know, sometimes you just need to go through the experiences, you know. Obviously, you never see people do stuff like that on YouTube because it doesn't look good, but when you're first playing Minecraft for the first time, you're thinking like, oh, I wonder why no one's done this yet, and, you know, you just have to experience yourself. So this is the first redstone thing, and here's a problem with that. For redstone to pull out a piston, you see the water's on the floor there, and that's because the piston's not pushing back out. And the reason for that is redstone needs to go directly into the piston for it to work. So right there I just put the torch down, and now the water should, yeah, there it goes. It seals up. I don't know why that extra part took a while, but yeah, that's how you have to do it. You have to make sure the redstone is going straight into the piston. And that was an example of how to do it there. Now, what we need to do is just get the redstone to run all the way to the other pistons. I put a block there because if you don't, then the redstone won't go directly into the piston. As you see there, it does this little square thing, and that won't power it. So I'm going to show you here. That will not power the piston, so the piston won't extend, and the door won't, or the piston won't, you know, stop the water. Right here it should be. I don't know why it's not. You know, sometimes redstone glitches out, and I don't know, maybe I'll just remove the torch and place it back down. It should fix it. Let's see. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, so it was just a little bug there. But yeah, that's one of the things about pistons. You need to make sure the redstone's going directly into it. And right here is kind of a row of pistons. Now that's a different thing because you can't just have redstone going straight into each one here. What you need to do instead, and I'm mining out more obsidian here, more of the mistake I'll call it. But yeah, with those pistons we need to put repeaters on each one. Repeaters facing towards the piston, so that way when we do our redstone line it will all connect directly into the repeaters basically. But yeah, I was saying resistors. That would be because of science, and I was recently learning about resistors and how they slow the flow of electrons and all that, and that's basically what the resistors do in Minecraft. So, or repeaters do. God, I did it again there, but yeah, that's what repeaters are. They're basically resistors. But yeah, so we're going to replace all these torches with repeaters. There we go. And it should work out fine when we start putting the redstone in. So let's just get those out there, and here we go. Now we just need to run the redstone line straight across here. It'll connect right into there, and here we go. I don't know how long I was saying that for, by the way, guys. Sorry about that if I was saying resistors a lot instead of repeaters, but, you know, I'm sure you guys know what I mean, so, yeah. Here we go, and we just need to run the current to this back one too, and we should be good. So, you just go around here, take that torch out, and we're going to need to change this around, actually. We're going to need to put, yeah, this should work, just a block there, and then that, and then put a block above it to cut off the flow so it goes straight into the piston, and we should be good. But right there, the current didn't reach, so what we need to do is we need to add another repeater to allow the current to reach into the piston. I think redstone only, if I remember correctly, it only travels 15 blocks, so that's why it ran out there, and what we need to do is just extend the current like this. So there we go, it should all be good now, and if we get a lever, it should turn on and off the whole flow of power, which is what we want, because for the pigs to spawn and everything, we want them to be spawning there, and we want to control when they die, basically. And that's why we need the lever. So I'm just going to make one right here. It's easy to do, you just need sticks and cobblestone right there. So I have both of those already, and we're just going to make the lever. So there it is, and let's test this out. Let's just get rid of these sticks here, I don't need those. But yeah, I'm going to make a little staircase up here too, and here we go. Alright, so let's test this whole thing out here. Where should be going, and there it goes, yep. Alright, so it all works out right. Now, obviously we don't want to keep the switch up there, because that's not very useful, so I just gave that power so that way the pistons are all extended, and I can place the switch down here without water going everywhere. Now I'm going to place some torches down, just light up the place, because it is pretty dark. I keep my gamma up pretty high, by the way, guys. I'm sure a lot of you do that. I know some people might find it annoying, but it's just the most useful thing to just have your gamma up when you're exploring caves and stuff like that. You know, it just makes it easier, so I sealed that in so that way when we take out the torch, if something goes wrong, the water won't go everywhere. And obviously when we put the pigs in there or get them to spawn in there, we're not going to want them just roaming around freely. So that's the other reason. But yeah, so what we need to do is connect the redstone that we're going to put underneath this lever to the redstone connecting to the pistons. So we're going to start this out and just place some cobblestone down here and get around to it. And that's not giving it power. We need to have a block directly underneath the switch for it to get power, so there it is. We don't actually need that redstone there, so we're just going to save that. But yeah, so what we need to do is just run that line of redstone straight up into the pistons. And we're probably going to need to use a repeater as well, just because, like I was saying earlier, it only travels 15 blocks. So I'm not actually going to count that out, but I am going to add a repeater somewhere in here. I'm not sure what point, but we're just going to make sure that it reaches, basically. And we need to start going up with this, so we're just going to do a little staircase there and cut into this wall right here. This is all like free verse type stuff. I don't know exactly where the current is, so this is just I'm just cutting away, hoping to get lucky here, because I'm not sure exactly where it is, but hopefully it's right around. Yeah, there's the torch. Alright, so we need to get it to right there, where that redstone is up there. And yeah, so what we're going to do is just carry the current up to here, and I think I'm going to do like a little staircase thing to get the current to connect to there, because we do need a repeater. And how we do that is we just put a repeater there and block right in front of the repeater, so block right there, and a block on top of the repeater, then redstone dust, and it should be powered like that. Now we just need to run that straight into the redstone there, and we should be good. Everything gets powered, and if I drop down, the switch should work properly here. So let's see. Alright, let's pull that, and I don't know, I guess something went wrong there because obviously it didn't work out. Let me just cut away to the side here so I can get up and see what happened. Not really sure what went on here. You know, that's the thing about redstone. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and you just need to be really careful about what you put down. Try to keep it as neat as possible so you can easily identify what the problem is. And all of this has current, so this should all be good right here. Right there. There's our problem. For some reason that repeater is not getting any current to it. Strange, it was working just a little bit ago, but I don't know, I guess I'll add another repeater to it and see if that fixes the problem. There it is, and oh, I know what happened. What must have happened here is when we extended the redstone dust current by adding the switch, it must not have reached the 15 blocks to get there, so we just needed to add a repeater there, and it should be good now. Everything should go right. So there it's turned on, and there she's off. And the reason I say she is, if you guys watch CMB's Minecraft, that guy, he does redstone tutorials, and or CNB, and he just calls his creations, like, he refers to it as she. It's kind of like what a lot of guys do with cars, you know. I wouldn't want to call my car a he. That's just kind of weird. So yeah, she's wet, I guess, and now she's dry. So we're just going to add in some grass in here and replace this with iron, and there we go. And you know, that would spread by itself eventually, but grass takes forever to grow, as I mentioned in my last video. So you know, I'm just going to be a little naughty here and cheat a little bit, put in some grass myself, you know. And here we go. Let's try it out now, make sure everything goes right, and it does. Alright, there we go. And yeah, now we're just going to, if you watched my previous video on how to spawn pigs, this is using mods, by the way, but you just need to put the mob spawners back anywhere in the radius of the grass, and they will spawn. So I actually end up using more than I need to, I believe, but you know, you only really need one or two of these, so yeah, you don't really need that much, but I do overdo it a little bit sometimes, and I did in my other one. I had to cut down a couple of these because they do make the game lag if there's too many mob spawners, and that's what they are. They're mob spawners, but they spawn pigs, as I told you in the last one, but they should be spawning in here now, and we're just going to cover that up with some iron blocks. There's one there, but yeah, everything should work right. We're just going to pull this switch here, and there it goes. And those are some very wet pigs, and they should drown after a little bit. I'm not sure the amount of time it takes for them to, but they will start taking damage very shortly. Now the next video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a lava version of this, and that'll be not obviously a lot quicker. This is kind of like the slow death type thing, but you actually get to keep the pork chops. I'm pretty sure when we do the lava one, we won't be able to. Not that I have anything that'll actually get the pork chops out of there, but I don't know. It's just kind of nice seeing it, I guess. The lava one will be nice too, though, just because it'll go so quick and you won't have to actually wait very long. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it, guys. Here's some wet pigs. Peace.